Obviously, I think in a perhaps a higher level match and perhaps tier 1 div 1 match that may have been a little bit more damaging long term, but it turned out okay.
Yep. And going into round 2 here, guys, on Summit, AtroX is now on Aliens, Team 156 on Marines. And it looks like we're going to have cross spawns here. They're going to hit a reset soon. And there's the reset. All right, so we have 156 on Marine starting in Atrium, and AtroX doing a split push from sub-access. We got 3 of them, Havoc, Marshall, and Devox coming in through Crossroads into Glass Hallway, and the other 2 through Crossroads again, and going to meet those Marines in Crevice.
And this is what I like to see out of a good Alien team. This strong push. There's no waiting. There's no hanging around. They are just going straight in. I do see that there's a little hesitancy over in Crossroads. Hal and Destructor hanging out there. I think they're just going to go ahead and wait for them to push out of Crevice, as they don't like fighting in there as Skulks, as it's a nice wide open area. But look at this, the ambush in the Reactor Core. Devox waits for the attack to begin.
That was a bloodbath. That was crazy.
Very well played, very well timed by AtroX to get one around back and pinch like that. Very well done.
Yeah, and Devox, Marshall, and Havoc. Poor Scotty is running in there first. He should wait a little bit for Red Hook, and he gets the pounce, and that's why you need to use the buddy system.
Always hold hands.
Hold hands.
Nearby, hold hands.
Grab your milk tickets and go.
We do see that power is very, very low in a Reactor Core. It is it has that 1%, and really Havoc or Marshall could just run in there and get it. But Havoc is going to get taken out as Red Hook and Scotty are just looking straight down that vent. So now Red Hook and Scaredy Bob are covering Reactor Core while Scotty covers that vent, and Marshall, I think, is just going to have to get out of there. They do drop the res node, but what's great is he might as well just leave it at 1%.
Yeah.
They don't have welders,
they don't
so make the fight happen somewhere else and just go back and bite it and be done with it.
Yep. Across the map, Hal and AtroX and Devox in Summit reception, going up to Crevice, wondering if they should attack that RT, and they do, which is going to call those Marines. Lurkinoff and Underscore from Flight Control. They reacted pretty quickly, and the aliens do hear those footsteps coming in. Underscore goes in first. Where is his backup? Why is he in there alone? And he goes down, lurking off. I don't know where he was. I mean, I could make a joke right now, but I'm not going to.
You just did.
And Marshall and Scotty duking it out in Glass Hallway, and Marshall takes that win.
Yeah, there seems to be a little bit of disorganization from 156. I think they're a pretty new team. I don't think they've played together all that much. So you do see that they are, spending a lot of time split up, going in one at a time. And we talked about this. We talked about this ad nauseum. It feels like, but they, this game is, especially on Marines, is all about holding hands. You got to be able to cover each other.
It is, and you got to communicate. If you were going down a hallway and there's a split, and you move left, tell your buddy that you're moving left. Oh. All right, and the RT and the power goes down in Reactor Core. Scaredy Bob, Scotty, and Red Hook kind of sitting outside. 3 aliens hiding. Hal pounces for the kill on Scotty. Marshall and Havoc coming in for the kill on Scaredy Bob. And Red Hook goes down too. What a great attack by these aliens. They are landing those bites.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be pretty quick as well. They have been sitting on 1 res or 2 res for quite a while. They have not even been able to push out past either Crevice or Reactor Core, which has left the entire map wide open for expansion by AtroX. And they're just getting their 4th RT right now. They're sitting on plenty of res. They have Carapace. They're going to be expanding at will as fight goes on in Atrium. They're having even trouble just taking down Devox and Destruct. So, yeah, I think this one's going to go pretty quickly.
Yeah, and we see that they stopped that little offensive there, but the damage was done. Arms Lab was killed. I mean, that's, if I remember correctly, that's 30 res. to build that.
Yes.
And you know, that's going to be a big hit considering that you're on 2 RTs and you have 3 team resources. What the heck are you going to do?
Right.
We see mines now being placed, you know, in the base. Those should have been kind of down before. Hal now in the vents in Computer Lab. Scaredy Bob _ and Red Hook seems to be sticking together for the most part now. They're running into Crossroads, going to build that power and try to fortify that up. We're seeing Scotty and lurking off in Reactor Core, Havoc and Marshall there, just sneaking, and they're going to get the pounce on lurking off because he overextends himself, and wow, Marshall gets a mine kill on that poor Marine that was trying to build that power, and now we're seeing a 3 push in Crevice. Wow, this is... They are doing to Team 156 that they did last game. Look at the map. They walled them off, right? Like they are stuck in Atrium, basically.
Yeah. And you know, the reality of the situation is that can pretty much be attributed to this juncture to some bad positioning by 156. You know, walking into rooms alone, and some raw player skill. I think that AtroX definitely has the leg up in terms of just one-on-one skill.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely seeing Team 156 getting outplayed here. They are losing, what, 80% of the engagements? 85? I mean, it's high.
Very much.
I mean, a hail of bullets in Atrium, and I mean, those skulks stayed alive pretty long. I mean, yeah, they didn't take down any of those Marines, but they stayed alive for a long time. We have a lurk.
We do see that there's a lurk. Yeah, a lurk out on the field now. Ritual has headed over to Data Core to build that second hive. Power is down in both Reactor Core and Crevice. That's going to take a significant amount of time to even get another res node built. They're sitting on 13 team res, 1 res node. I don't know how you go about getting out of this hole.
You know, I'm looking at the map right now and looking at how 156 is playing. I mean, they're trying their hardest. I have to give it to them, but Atrox skill-wise just seems to outstrip them.
You know, that was interesting. There were 3 mines on the ground in Reactor Core, and someone blew them up, and nobody took damage. Literally, there were 3 mines that got run over by 2 skulks, and nobody took any damage. I don't know if they were, you know, they were just moving quickly enough, or what, but
yeah, we're seeing in Reactor Core now Clogs and Hydras being walled up, underscore lurking off, and Scaredy Bob coming up to that wall. They got Devox, Marshall, and Ritual in there, and there goes the pounce. We're seeing Devox and Marshall take out Scaredy Bob and underscore, and that base lives.
Lurking off. That's fascinating. Lurking off died to his own mine, but none of the skulks died to the mine.
Yeah,
that blows me away.
Havoc takes down Red Hook on the left side of Atrium, and now they're just going to close the Vice. They're hitting from the left side. They got units coming in on the right side. This is a squeeze. This looks like it could be the final push. If all of Atrox commits to this fight, this is over.
Yeah, definitely. And it appears that is exactly what's going to happen. There are 3 Marines up right now, 2 Marines up right now. 1 IP, so they're not going to be spawning in fast enough to replenish, but they are going to have to pull out. Atrox is going to have to run back a little bit as a few too many skulks got taken out in that process, and Hal had to bounce because his health was low.
Just look at the resources, Nishi. 113. 113.
I'm trying not to make this sound as bad as it is.
We have to call it as it is. I mean, Team 156 is getting handed very, very hard here. Underscore lurking off and Scaredy Bob in Crevice.
But yeah, you're gonna see
trying to sneak in.
Another res node drop. You know.
Yeah, and we're seeing them cyst into Crossroads right now. They're gonna grab that other res node and probably that other hive and just start dropping eggs all over the place. Alright guys, so I just got a notice that Nietzsche's sound just cut off, so it's just going to be me here. We are seeing that right now that we do have 2 fades on the field, Marshall and Devox. This is not good. I mean, the Marines have weapons 1, mines, and phase gates. That's the only thing they have. They're trying to do a concerted push into flight control right now. Scotty and Lurkinoff against Marshall and the other of AtroX's aliens, and they get taken out, and now 2 lurks and a fade coming up to underscore in Atrium. They're going to just roll over him, and there is the good game from 156. They knew it was coming. This was only a matter of time, guys, before they lost.